Welcome to my cover shoot for New You magazine. You are watching New You. So for me, beauty comes from within. I feel like that's a very cliche statement to make, and people talk about it all the time in the beauty business, but for your beauty to exude on the outside, you really have to feel beautiful on the inside. And that's the main priority of Peta Jane Beauty. We aim to boost the confidence of people as they walk outside in their clothes to feel that much better in what they're wearing, that much better in their skin, and just an all-round happy, confident approach. With Peta Jane Beauty, we aim to have a very clean, simple formula. I grew up with a lot of different skin conditions. As a child, I had eczema, dermatitis, psoriasis, and I wanted to have a formula that could be for all skin types. So we have minimal ingredients. We barely have any fragrance. We didn't put in all the fruit extracts and the coconut this and the coconut that. We really stripped it back bare to the bare minimum. And that's what I think tells us apart from the other tanning companies. We also aim to have no developing smell, because we all know that self-tanners, you can smell somebody from a mile away if they've had one done. We aimed for there to be no orange undertones, so you're not gonna look like an Oompa Loompa walking down the street. You're gonna look like a bronzed goddess, like you've been on vacation for 2 weeks. And we made it what I will put my money on, is the fastest drying tanner out there. If you're a mom like me or anybody, you don't have to be a mom and you gotta get out the door in 5 minutes or less, you can use my product because it literally dries within minutes. You can put your clothes on and get out. There's no more like walking around the kitchen for hours on end. If you don't know, I've been tanning for roughly like 18 years now, and I come from the ballroom dancing world, so we have to be extra dark when we hit the stage. And whenever I would use the tanners on Dancing with the Stars and in my competitive dance career, I always felt like they were too dark for natural sunlight, and when you walked outside, you looked very strange. And I wanted to make something that was great for stage, but also great for the everyday person walking outside. Like, you could feel good about doing both. And there was nothing on the market at that time. So I got together with my partner, my business partner, Julie Nostrand, and we came up with these formulas, and they work for both, and we are very proud. In the near future, we want to expand the tanning line with an exfoliator, a moisturizer, a tan extender. I think those things are all so important with having your whole tanning regime. We also want to go into skincare and a little bit of makeup, you know, maybe some bronzers and some blush and some nice lipsticks just to go with your tan. So there's a lot of good things that are going to be coming from Peta Jane Beauty very, very soon. I tried to start a business maybe 5-6 years ago, and I don't think I trusted myself enough to make the right decisions. I felt like I didn't trust my gut, and I feel like if you wholeheartedly believe in what you're thinking, what you're doing, what you think is right and best for your company, then that's it. You know, you have to run with that idea. You cannot second guess yourself or listen to too many outside opinions, because I can get influenced very easily with the people around me, and I've had to grow and learn from those experiences, because yes, it's good to take other people's suggestions and information and learn from people, but ultimately at the end of the day, if you're building your own business, it's got to come from you. So when you become a parent, a mother, you really have to still try to put yourself first. And I'm saying this because when I first had my child Shy, it was the best experience, the happiest moment of my life. But along the years, you can tend to forget about yourself. You can tend to forget about your health, your happiness, what you need to do to start your day. And when I get into my routine of going to the gym after I drop him off from school, having all my vitamins and taking the time to have all the vitamins that I need to take, because there's so many factors of the morning routine with kids that they can just take you all places and you totally forget about you and what you need to do for you to feel good. And it took me a while to get a hold of this and to really master it and to carve out time for myself. So my health and wellness daily routine would be, I get up, I drink a glass of water immediately, usually with lemon and usually a little bit warm. That just makes my digestive tract and system feel so good to begin the day. It kind of like clears out all the gunk during the night. Gunk is a really nasty word, but anyway. I then go on, if I've got celery in the fridge, I make a celery juice. Now that's a whole process. You got to get out the thing to like grind it all up, and it's a whole mess and everything, but it's so worth it because like 8 ounces of celery juice, like pure celery juice, in the morning is so good for you, and it really wakes you up. It's like having an apple, like biting an apple. They say that an apple is like, wakes you up more than coffee in the morning, and it kind of does. I then go about my parenting routine where I get Shy dressed, I make him breakfast, I pack his bag, pack his lunch for school, we get out the door. I totally forgot about my vitamin regimen. So vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, fish oil tablets are super important for skin. I love all of that, but vitamin C you have to have every day. I get out the door with Shy, I drop him off at school, and then I go to the gym because doing exercise makes me feel good about myself, makes me feel good about getting into the clothes that I want to wear during the day. Otherwise, I get into my little slump, and I've done this many, many times for weeks on end. Like the more I don't go to the gym, the more I sit back and start wearing baggier clothes, and I don't feel great about myself, and I just don't have the energy to tackle my day if I don't do exercise. And that might sound silly because when you do exercise, you're meant to be more tired, but it's kind of the opposite for me. The more I exercise, the more energy I have for the rest of the day. So winning the Best Self-Tanner Award at the New You Beauty Awards 2022 was absolutely outstanding, amazing, exhilarating, all of the above. I wasn't expecting this. It took me by surprise, and it really made me grateful for what we have embarked on with Peter Jane Beauty, grateful for New You, for them awarding me after just 1 year of releasing our Peter Jane Beauty products, and I was just the happiest girl alive that night. It was amazing. So attending the New You Beauty Awards for the first time, it was actually my first time at any beauty awards, so I was a little bit anxious. I'm definitely not a public speaker by any means, so I've done a ton of red carpets in my life and I've done a ton of interviews, but when I get up onto stage and have to make a speech, that was something that it doesn't come naturally for me. So, I definitely practiced in the room a lot before I went out there. I read it to Max. I read it to a couple of friends, and they thought it was great, but I was very anxious about that. But I was so excited to meet all the other brands, and obviously Tony and everybody at New You. All the brands that were there were just so high level. I couldn't believe, like, Peter Thomas Roth were there, and he was sitting at the table with us, and there was so many great people that I could learn so much from. So I was really grateful to be in a room of people like that. I guess a personal highlight for me was gracing the stage and walking out there and really feeling prepared, yet I didn't look down at my speech one time, which really shocked me because I had really rehearsed it. It was just such an exhilarating moment to be there in front of hundreds of people listening to me speak, and being able to be honored like that and to accept an award. It just, makes all the hard work really worth it, and it was really nice to be recognized. Thanks for watching New You.